Never. Because the incentives in the short term are so tempting. We're seeing this with AI at the moment. It's just so tempting.
Yeah.
And then we get the results back in 20 years. And by then it's just too late.
I mean, look at the current health position that we're in, right? We went after that entire idea of minimizing as many stressors as we possibly could. And it worked.
Yeah.
Oops. Now we have to go back and do this weird thing where we re-engineer stress back into our lives. You have to be very careful and judicious when you pull things out of a natural state. I'm being very choosy with my words there. If you're not directing stress, you're letting something else direct that. That stress is still coming one way or the other, which means adaptation is coming. So you can be intentional and point that ship in one direction, or you can cover your eyes and think it's not happening at all and realize you're getting pointed somewhere else. It's better to at least have the acknowledgement. This is why the word consciousness is in the title of my book. This is part of the process, right? You can be aware of it or you can not. From there, you can choose whatever you want. That's entirely up to you and all that. I just want people to realize you're making a choice one way or the other. So when you involve technology into the picture, AI is another really, really challenging thing in a lot of ways. But I'll reiterate, we've seen this already play out, and we know the answer is this gets worse in terms of we're not going to make very good choices right away. How does that manifest itself in the end? I don't know. Nobody knows. But to date, we're not particularly good at making that decision. So there's lots of consequences there. I think that we have there. One of the last things I'll say on this is, if you break down, okay, the way that we structured it is there's 4 pieces, okay? In order for you to have more success at your performance and health, you, number one, have to have assessment. Once you have all this data, you have to go to step number 2, which is then you have to qualify. Good, bad, great, worst ever, best in world history, okay? We're struggling on that. We don't know what healthy looks like. I know what clinically deficient rickets looks like. I know what obesity and type 2 diabetes, and we know disease. We don't know what good versus great means. There are no databases I can pull from. There is no metric I can look at and say, what is a great what's a great vertical jump number? What does somebody need to be able to jump in their 40s to be healthy? Like, we don't know these things, and I don't know it by ethnicity. And I mentioned that before. That's a critical component because it is clearly different, right? There are some markers in basic blood chemistry that are not different in Southeast Asians, or that are different in Southeast Asians versus Northern Europeans. Like, we don't have that fully fleshed out. And if we do, it's for disease markers. We don't have the data. So I don't even know what I'm judging. Okay, now, assessment, great. Where are we going to get these databases of super healthy people as the world continues to get less healthy? I'm losing my population to pull from really, really quickly, okay? Then the next piece is, okay, great. You've told me that this marker should be here. Pick your marker, whatever you want. How do I get it there? And that's really where we're struggling. So the second problem is what I call Polaris. Like, we have no North Star. We don't know where this thing should go. The third one is, okay, how do I get there? What is the intervention? What is the thing? That's where I actually think people in my field are going to not only maintain, but increase their value, such as like personal coaches, physical therapists, athletic trainers, people that are nurses, because you might have an AI that can come in and run something and say, great, your numbers are here and our metrics say you should be here, and then you should go do X. I want somebody there with me. I want a human taking me through X. That's going to feel better because we don't know. There's almost no data on, okay, great. Well, what is the optimal training for that marker? What is the optimal nutrition? Or that is really, really limited. So we have to rely on expert. We have to rely on people that go, I know the evidence base, but then also in my experience, I'm thinking about this way. If you were an NFL quarterback and you tore your ACL and we ran all that stuff on you, you would still come back and go, oh, great, there's a coach over there who's actually run people through ACL recoveries on 15 starting NFL quarterbacks. Like, what's it going to cost? You're hiring that person, right? Because like, you've done it before. fantastic. Like the budget doesn't matter at that point because the person's actually done it and they will be there. Fantastic. I really feel like our field is going to increase in the value because of that. They're going to want to say, okay, awesome. The numbers came out on this. The AI told me this, there. You've done it before, yeah? Done it a lot? Great. I trust you the most. I want you by my side. I want that companionship. As we lose more and more connection to other people, it's my biased opinion in my field that like this is a great place where people want someone there. Online coaching is great. That's fine and all that. But you're seeing actually already a premium coming on like, I want to hire an in-person trainer. Can you give me that person? Where like the boom was the opposite for a while. And now it's already swinging back where people would rather have somebody there in person for all those reasons. So that is, I think, an incredibly interesting challenge. But that's the way to think about it. That top one's going to get better. Lots of problems. But what are we comparing against? And then what do we do about it? That's going to be the real trick.